This week's Retail Week is brought to you by Avail, Phosphorus Fertilizer Enhancer. Never stop pushing. Welcome again to another edition of Crop Life Retail Week. I feel like Groundhog Day all over again.
All over again.
Because we did this like 2 days ago, and I think it was probably the best thing that we've ever put on video.
We had an Emmy Award winner on our hands, folks. We really did.
Unfortunately, we had a corrupt disc, so we got to try and recreate that. I have a feeling we're going to fail miserably, but we're about to find out. So I had a interesting week. I got deathly sick, which I'm starting to recover from. We had the snowstorm. I was supposed to be in Washington, D.C. for a precision ag meeting, and discretion was a better part of valor, and I didn't go. And as it turns out, I might have gotten back sometime 3 days later, based on when they actually started running flights again. But I got to sit in on the conference call that they had for that. It was a Coalition to Advance Precision Agriculture. It's a group of agriculture organizations that are in D.C. based, and they're interested in using precision technology and telling the good story of precision and how it positively influences agriculture overall, and how technology adoption needs to be encouraged, and so forth, and the kind of the good news story of tech. So they're going to have a field day in mid-April, I believe. The AEM, the Association, the Equipment Manufacturers Association, is going to have a field day talking about planting and planting technology, and it's a demonstration for EPA and for other regulators to talk about again how planting technology from seed treatments to the actual planters themselves. Demonstrations on what precision technology is doing for growers. So that should be very interesting, and it should be fun. Hopefully I get to attend that. So you were traveling. I say you did the commodity class, which we covered lightly last week, but I know you wanted to add a few other things too to your experiences.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Yeah, no, last week we had the video from the folks at Bayer Monsanto talking about their merger acquisition deal that looks like it will be going down by the end of the year. And this week we found out that in anticipation of getting regulatory approval from the EU, the US, and other countries around the world, there's a sale going on, an asset sale, $2.5 billion worth of assets that will be changing hands and leaving the Bayer and Monsanto's families. Included in that group, Paul, apparently will be the Liberty Link line. Looks like Bayer has decided that looking at cropping systems, Roundup Ready, will be a better fit for their combined company. So Liberty Link will probably have a new owner maybe by the middle of this year.
Probably be happy owners too, because I know glufosinate tolerant crops have increased in recent years with all the challenges we've had with weed resistance, right?
I know the folks at Bayer were anticipating of the 86 million or so acres of soybeans that are going to go in the ground in 2017, that about 15% would be Liberty Link beans. So yes, it's growing.
Okay. What else is going on? You were talking about earlier about Brazil and crop and some other things that are going on.
Yeah, actually the folks in Brazil and Argentina look like they're going to have a quote-unquote monster harvest when it comes to soybean and corn. And unfortunately, that has made commodity prices fall to 2-month lows here in the U.S. Soybean is under $10 a bushel as of this morning. So hopefully once the planting season kicks off here in the next few weeks, we'll see a little bit of a price recovery. But at the moment, unfortunately, not looking good for our grower friends when it comes to getting more money for their crops.
No. So should we start a poll as to when they're actually going to accept the Ag Secretary into the House?
Oh boy, yeah, no, I was reading too that there's some irregularities with paperwork. So now Sonny Perdue's original slam dunk nomination acceptance might not be such a slam dunk, and I'm using that term because we're in March Madness. So.
Yes, enjoying the first few games, aren't we? Well, thanks for joining us at this edition of Crop Life Retail Week, and we'll be back next week, and we'll see you then.
There are no marks of conflict lining this landscape. No echoes of economic hardship. Just the unmistakable murmur of Mother Nature's hand. In the perennial quest to outperform, ensure your crop gets the nutrients it craves with Avail Phosphorus Fertilizer Enhancer. Nothing helps protect your investment more, so you can grow confidently no matter what comes your way. Avail. Hold your ground.
Thank you to this week's video sponsor, Avail Phosphorus Fertilizer Enhancer from Verdesian Life Sciences.